Hello, everybody. This is your girl, Abigail Mensabunsu, here with this week's Goddess Energy Forecast. And let me tell you, this week, there's some badass mentors stepping up to guide us through the energy of this week. So, like always, I'm going to begin by talking a little bit about what energy we're swimming in, and then we're going to bring in the mentors and their messages, and we'll end with either a prayer that you can use for, in the week, or a meditation that you can use to kind of really help you through the week. So let's go ahead and begin with the energy we're swimming in. So we are emerging into a new week with the energy of the new moon behind us, kind of still with us actually. And the new moon in Gemini really brings in the emphasis of our inner dialogues. Now, I told my my circle group that this new moon is different. Actually, if you really look at it, the entire, all the lunations this year have been different. And the way it shows up has been different. And that's because we're in a different dimensional frequency, dimensional energy. So everything else is also shifting to match that. So let's look at this new moon in Gemini. Gemini being a very communicative sign with the planet in Mercury. But one thing about Gemini, it's called the twins. A part of Gemini is outgoing, can talk about anything, anywhere. And then there's the other side of Gemini that really loves to be by themselves, retreat inside and really do inner work. So with this, and then we also have to look at the other, what other energies are going on. So we have Venus in retrograde, we have Saturn in retrograde, we have Pluto in retrograde, we also have Jupiter in retrograde. So all of these are playing a huge role in how this week is going. So this is the way it was shown to me. Like this week, we are upgrading. We've been upgrading for a while, but if you've noticed, we're upgrading in a way of how we communicate, not just with others, but with ourselves. Venus is in retrograde in Gemini, so really bringing in the relationship aspect, right? And also love and healing the heart. And it's good that, we're being drawn inside to do this work rather than look outside. When Venus is in retrograde, we tend to draw to us like relationships or connections that didn't have a good closure, so that you can have a good closure and let it go, basically. So an old love might show up, here's the thing, whatever shows up, it's not for you to hold on to it. It's for you to be the observer. Simply observe it. Observe the emotions that are coming through. Heal, release, whatever it needs to do, and then just let it go. Let it go. I know when it comes to another person, it becomes tricky when we talk about letting go. But here's the thing. If something is meant for you, it will always show up for you. But in this process and during this retrograde times, you need to let go, release that which no longer serve you. And these retrogrades are going, that's the other thing, these retrogrades are happening in a time of major transformation on this planet and in humanity. So think about that too, that the people that might be showing up in your life, they're also going through their own transformation. They're not the people that you once knew. Right. And so when they show up, they're really coming in to close the gap, to close the, to heal, to release. They're doing the same work that you're doing. You're helping each other out. So release, let go, Don't grab onto it. That's not the point of it. So Saturn and Pluto comes in, and the way I kind of see Saturn is like the general, the teacher, the strict, teacher who's keeping us in line, like, hey, get back to work. Hey, this is what we're doing. Get back to it. Let's focus. Let's concentrate. So I'm really glad that Saturn is actually playing a huge role in this time, because we need that, so that we don't get lost and we can focus on where we're going, which is, we're merging with the highest level of who we are, both mind, body, spirit. We're up leveling. That's the word I was looking for. We're up leveling into a highest version of our true nature. We're connecting to our highest self. We're merging with our highest self. We're embodying and becoming our highest selves. So we have Saturn coming in, be like, okay, this is the focus. So focus on the prize. Keep going. And Pluto, the reason why I am rejoicing Pluto being in the mix is that Pluto really brings us into that deeper level, that dark, deeper level, the part of us that is like so deep that sometimes it's hard to connect, right? So Pluto's really pulling us down so that we can get in there and uproot all those weeds that are like holding us down, just removing anything that needs to go. It's helping us to reach deeper so that we can bring light in all those areas, right? So and then, we have Jupiter. I love Jupiter because it's energy. Jupiter is about expansion and good luck. And usually in retrograde with the planets, sometimes we experience like the opposite of what the gifts and the blessings that the planet brings us. But Jupiter's energy, the gifts and the blessings continue. But the other part of this is that while it's continuing, it's also showing you which areas of your life needs more expansion, right? So we're expanding our consciousness through this transformative time. I mean, that's the whole point. We're expanding our consciousness. So Jupiter is stepping in saying, hey, you're expanding right now, but right now in this area of your life, for example, in your area of, let's say soul mission, you need to bring more awareness there and expand your consciousness there. And this is how you can do it. Or in your area of relationships, this is how you can expand this area and bring in more relationships that honor you, that help you feel your best, that is uplifted, that is unlike anything you've ever experienced in the realm of love, right? So Jupiter is kind of doing that, but I think I'm also receiving that blessing of expansion and synchronicities and luck. And so that's beautiful. So do you see the powerful convergence of energies happening this week? And with this, all of this converging, it's all about expanding your consciousness. And with this, we have, of course, a portal that is open, actually has been open. And through that portal, we're receiving higher frequencies and all these planetary convergence. And, with the new moon, it's incredible, right? So it's given us a huge opportunity to really embody, like be in our bodies and receive these high frequencies so that we can like nurture these, our goals and intentions. So, what we would like to experience with this new self, there we go, with this new self that is wanting to emerge, that is willing to emerge, right? This new moon is all about there's something within you that is ready to be born. There's something within you, whether it's a new self, a new love, a new life, something within you is ready to be reborn. But you haven't been able to see it or sense it, like you can't put your hand on it. It's totally okay. This new moon is about opening up, and especially because it's in Gemini, we're really working with the inner self as well as our throat chakra, which is being able to communicate. opening up our crown, receiving downloads from the divine about who this new self is, about what this new life is, what this new love is, whatever. But opening, receiving that channel, that download, speaking it out or writing it down. Remember, it's Gemini energy with Mercury energy, so we need to work with these ways of communication to really get it out into the physical realm. So you can do this by either sharing it with another person or journaling about it, writing about it. Just get it out pull it into the physical realm, right? And then root it down. One thing that's very important, whenever we're receiving really high frequencies of light, most people tend to want to escape their body to move up, but to receive the most high frequency light is to be in your body. This is not about escaping from your physical body. This is about bringing all this beautiful high energy, feeling all of it in your body, embrace it in your body, which means that you need to bring your consciousness into your physical body, your physical being, and pay attention to what it needs and giving it to it. This might show up because every time you bring in as much light, what happens? A lot of your shadows begin to kick up. A lot of your shadows come up to play. A lot of your shadows come up so that you can see it and release it and heal it. And so as these frequencies flow in, these high vibration, light frequencies flow into your physical body, you might feel irritable, you might feel anxious, you might feel jealousy, you might feel grief. Grief is huge. Grief is coming in really big. Pay attention to that. The key here is to feel these emotions. Just simply let it be. You might feel like another part, you might feel tired. That's a normal, way of your body responding to high frequency light. When you allow yourself to sleep or take a nap or relax, when you're in that, feeling that tired, you're allowing your body to adjust and embody that higher frequency. So it's okay to take a nap this week. When you're feeling really drained and tired for no reason, know that it's your body adjusting to that high frequency you just received or you have been receiving. So we are in a very powerful week. I mean, we've been in powerful, powerful weeks, but this one is giving us another opportunity to bring in more light or to absorb or to take in more high frequency light, because that is what we need to jump into, the higher self that we are, the cosmic self, the divine self. All-knowing self, whatever you call this part of you, we're quantum jumping into this part. We have the opportunity to jump into this new life, to jump into this new, new self, to jump into this new sense of love, self-love, or sense of connection, right? Whatever that is, we have the opportunity to literally quantum jump into a higher state, which means that in order to be able to do that, we need to release anything that is pulling us down. So this is where our teachers come in this week. Now, the teachers that came in this week are the powerful dragons. How many of you have dragons or walk with dragons? They are powerful, powerful animal guides and guardians. And each of the, depending of which dimensional dragon you receive, which this week's dragons, all three of them are all fourth dimension. And I'm going to talk a little bit about what that means, right? The fourth dimensional dragons, they're the ones that actually are able to go into those areas, where Pluto's taking us, those deep areas, to really help us to release, to burn away all those heavy, dense things that are dragging us down, that have been dragging us down for ages, to really work with that dense energies, you know, not just in this lifetime, you know, karmic cycles and past lifetimes. They are able to go in there and dig up all those and burn it out, right? So what better mentors to have this week than the dragon? So I'm really excited to share the messages that are coming through. Now, before we dive into the messages that these powerful mentors are bringing us, remember, if you haven't done this yet, go ahead and close your eyes, taking a deep breath in. Go ahead and drop your awareness from your head into your heart. And breathe. Feel this beautiful pillar of light coming down from above, entering your crown, through your head, through your heart. Allow this light to anchor into your heart, activating that inner sun, allowing that sun to radiate and shine brighter all around you. Allow the pillar of light to continue down, 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 down through your hips, through your legs, out through your feet. Let it enter into Mother Earth. Go all the way down to the center of Mother Earth, and go ahead and anchor it into Mother Earth. While you're there, make sure you send your roots down and do the same thing. Ground that energy so you can experience these high frequencies within your physical being, within your body, and be held and be supported by the Divine Mother. And go ahead and call in your higher self within you now. You can do that by saying, I now call within me my higher self. I now call within me my higher self. And from this place of centeredness and embodiment of your higher self, go ahead and ask which of these messages is meant for me, will guide me this week. 1, 2, or 3. When you receive the number, go ahead and open your eyes. Make sure that you open up to receive the message. All right, let's go ahead and begin. So first, I wanted to talk a little bit about these dragons. So all 3 dragons were 4th dimensional dragons, which is really cool that we got that. And here's a little bit about the 4th dimensional dragons and what they represent. So these wonderful beings love humans and nature and help every aspect of the natural world. They have served us and our planet for eons, and they have the ability to delve into deep dark vibrations, to burn up, blow away, or wash out the lower energies that angels cannot reach. They protect us and clear our path of obstacles, or help us circumnavigate them. They also assist us in moving between the dimensions and help to prepare us energetically for the high frequency energies coming in. Right? Isn't that perfect for this week? Let's see here. Let's see here. They are Lemurians. So passionately love the planet and everyone on her. Even before the end of the civilization of Lemuria, all that time ago, they knew that in AD 2012, Earth would start to go through a challenging 20-year double-dimensional shift between the new golden age. So, with the angels, they merged source energy with qualities from the auras of several stars. Then they poured the blessed molten crystals into seams in the rock in specific places. These became the powerful Lemurian healing crystals that are surfacing now to help the planet ascend. The 4th dimensional dragons are helping those who are ready to retrieve these crystals so that they can be used for the highest good. When the golden age of Atlantis terminated and the civilization collapsed, these dragons were offered ascension to the 5th dimension as a reward for their incredible service to the planet However, they sacrificed their ascension, promotion in order to remain and assist us through this massive frequency shift. So thank you, dragons, for coming in. We are so ready for your assistance, for your guidance, and let's do this. We're open to receiving your guidance. So the first dragon, these are the three dragons that came in. So we have the earth and fire dragon, and this dragon works with you to clear the fifth dimensional ley lines. And this dragon says it is time for service. When you give, you receive. So if you were drawn to card number 1, this is your dragon for the week. I love this dragon here. If you're drawn to card number 2, your dragon for this week is the fire dragon. And this dragon is all about burning up the lower energies around you. Oof, I love this dragon. And this dragon says, you are safe and protected. Be determined and inspired. Clear your soul pathway. And the last dragon is the air and water dragon. And this dragon is here this week to help you to connect to higher frequencies. And this card says, trust your intuition, develop your psychic abilities, be open to enlightenment, and express your inner song. Another one of my favorite. So if you're drawn to card number 3, that is your dragon for this week. Let's go ahead and dive into the messages. All right, so if you're drawn to card number 1, your card again is the Earth and Fire Dragon. And this dragon is working with you this week to help you clear the fifth dimensional ley line. So if you're drawn to this dragon, you're like part of the crew helping to anchor the fifth dimensional energies into this physicality. So this card is a card of service for the fourth dimensional brown and orange earth and fire dragons that are calling on us now to help them clear and light up the new ley lines of our beautiful planet. The original ley lines were called dragon lines, for they were maintained by the dragons of old. Now a new fifth dimensional ley line system is being placed into the earth to carry golden Christ energy and prepare the planet for the new golden age. The dragons of earth and fire move through these lines, creating a path of light through which the higher love frequencies can flow. Right? Humbly invoke these dragons. This week, humbly invoke these dragons and have a sense of the power of the flaming orange fire combined with the grounding brown earth. Reach out a hand to touch the dragons. Then visualize earth being Christ-crossed with lines of golden light. Picture these dragons anchoring this golden Christ energy wherever there are sacred places on the globe. Mentally place a golden flame at each of these sacred portals until you sense our planet lighten up. Whenever you are out walking or driving, ask the magnificent earth and fire dragons to travel along the ley lines below you. Bring the Christ light down through you so that they can distribute it where it is most needed. When you give, you receive. The earth and fire dragons will illuminate the challenges on your route ahead. And as soon as you have acknowledged them, they will dissolve them. This will smooth your path. It will also allow you to step lightly into your role as a master, as the new golden age approaches. This will smooth your path, and it will also allow you to step lightly into your role as a master as the new golden age approaches. So if you're drawn to card number 1, this week is about you are being in service. You're working with these powerful dragons to really help anchor the high frequencies that I was talking about. So if you were drawn to card number 2, you are working with the fire dragons this week. And again, these dragons will help you burn up the lower energies around you. So the fourth dimensional fire dragons, here's the message. The fourth dimensional fire dragons radiate a bright orange fiery light. They are powerful beings who give us power, trust, and determination when we work with them. They are the master clearance experts and will direct their blazing flames at anything we ask them to, transmute and lower vibrations that no longer serve us. They will fly in front of us when we travel, often burning up challenges before we reach them. They are also extremely protective of their companions and those who work with them. They will light up our friends and roar at those who dominate us. So these dragons, I love working with them. They're one of my favorites, one of my crew dragons that I work with, because they just, especially when I'm doing clearance on my clients, they are right next to me. They're helping me dig deep in there and burning things up. The fieriness that you sense in my aura, majority of that is coming from these dragons. So I'm really excited for those of you who chose this card. I'm really excited to see how they show up for you this week. So if you have received this card, it is time to invite the fire dragons to burn up any circumstances in your life that are not serving you. Call on them to dwell deep into your childhood or past lives to release you from your past so that your future can shine. They have the ability and the power to travel along the timeline of your soul journey, clearing, healing, and transmuting as they do so. They are happy to do so while you sleep if you ask them. Ooh, that's a good one. Ask them to clear and light up the path in front of you each day. This would be great to do in the morning. Then relax and trust that all is as should be. These orange dragons have huge open hearts and love to keep you safe by creating a fiery wall of protection around you or your home and family. So remember to ask them to do so. Call on them to light you up in their flames and breathe inspiration into you. Oof. You may be amazed at the positive and courageous way you start to deal with people and situations. Beautiful dragons, if you're drawn to card number 2, and working with them, dragons in general, they're incredible beings to walk with. One of the offerings that I offer up as part of the embody your higher sovereignty, your divine sovereignty, embody your higher self, is the golden dragon activation or golden dragon initiation. And it's you through your higher self awakening that powerful, your own dragon essence that goes beyond anything you can imagine. So I just absolutely love working with the dragons. Now, if you were drawn to card number 3, you are working with the air and water dragons this week, and they will be helping you to connect to higher frequencies, the higher frequencies that are coming through. So let's see here. Here is the message. Shimmering fourth dimensional blue and orange air and fire dragons are very vocal. So I have a feeling you're going to be working with that Gemini energy, activating that throat chakra communication, right? So these dragons love to express themselves and make their presence known. They often create turbulence as they swirl around us. Air mixes with fire to ignite an explosion of creativity, enthusiasm, and aliveness. Who doesn't want this? These dragons make us feel happy, excited, and sometimes a little unsettled or even overwhelmed. At the same time, the element of fire transmutes lower energies and clears the path of our destiny, while air enables us to communicate our passion at a soul level. Oof. So choosing this card indicates it is time to harness your gifts and talents for your highest good and that of the world. You have something in your soul to bring forward. So your guidance is to decide what fires your enthusiasm. Then trust your inner wisdom and talk about it. Take a chance and step into your own true path of happiness and creativity. Remember that excitement and passion are magnetic qualities and will draw the right people and situations to you. This card can also suggest that circumstances may present themselves to you in which you will be required to make a rapid decision using your intuition and discernment rather than logic. The air and fire dragon who has come to you is telling you to trust yourself. You have all you need to make the right choices. With your air and fire dragon beside you, success is ensured. Oh, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, dragons, for stepping in this week with us. We are in for a treat this week, I have a feeling. The other thing that's also coming in, I know for me, all these dragons, all three dragons, I'm going to be working with this week. It came in very clear. So if you, for some reason, like this week, you asked which of these messages are for me this week and all three of them showed up, it's totally okay. Many people will be experiencing this. And it's also okay if only one or two show up for you. Because again, we're working with these highly powerful beings that are really helping us go deep and clear the path so that we can step in, fully and higher into that next level of who we are and that next level of what a new life is, right? We're doing deeper work here, and through that deep work, we're really being blessed. So with that, let's go ahead and step into the meditation. See that pillar? You standing in the center of that pillar that comes from above and anchors you to Mother Earth. See your heart's fire or your heart's sun radiating all around you, creating this beautiful golden bubble of light around you. And go ahead and call in your higher self, embody your higher self. Beautiful. And I'm now going to call in the beautiful dragons to come in. And what is coming in is that I also would like to call the highest dragons, the divine dragons, which is the unselfish dragons, the seraphims, the fiery ones of the divine. And they are also coming in as well. And I see like this spark of light, or like almost like a doorway of light opening for them to come through. They are powerful, they're fierce. Their light just literally burns away anything that is not in resonance with you and your soul work. So see, sense or feel this portal opening in front of you with this highest level dragons flowing through. And these dragons are actually beings of light. I mean, they're so intense that they come off as dragons. Their fires are so intense and bright. They're right there with the divine. So for them to come down and join us this week, there's some powerful stuff opening up for us this week. So I want you to just close your eyes and receive the light from these seraphims. And if there's any messages they want to give you, go ahead and open up to just receive. And I want you to envision, see, sense, or feel the dragon that chose to work with you this week. See that dragon or dragons emerge and kind of like behind you with your wings wide open, like in that protective stance. Or it might be just a loving embrace where they're holding you in your wings. Go ahead, and I see each and every one of you like hugging them, and you can feel the warmth radiating from their your stomach to your throat. Just go ahead and lean into this and open up. Just open up to receive and your love, your guidance. And if there's anything that has been weighing you down, if there's any emotion, any challenges that you're facing right now, go ahead and ask them to help you. If they probably were already, they're already on it. Go ahead and ask them. Any past life contracts, vows, any karmic cycles that are still running, that are outdated and no longer needed, go ahead and just ask them to help you release it once and for all. And as they're helping you, they're kind of, I just see them like burning it away. Also ask them to help you to boost you up into that new level of expanded consciousness, new level of you as an awakened conscious being of light, fully embodied in your highest and holiest selves. Taking a deep breath in here. And so much coming in. Like I feel so warm right now. So feel that energy and feel that fire. I see like the dragons blowing out their fire, and the fire is like swirling around you. For me, I'm seeing like multicolored because I'm working with all the different dragons, and so each dragon has their own color, and so the fire swirling around me is like different colors swirling. Receive the same for you, and as these fires swirl around you, it is burning, it is clearing your energy field, your energy body, removing and blowing out anything that does not belong there, removing it once and for all, burning it out once and for all. Relinquish it now. Let go. This is the time to let go. That person you've been holding on to who does not treat you right, and you know that's not the one for you, it is time to let them go. The job that no longer serves you, that you know it is time to move forward, go ahead and release that. The part of you that has been causing you so much pain, the trauma, the memories that are still holding you down, release it. And allow the dragons to lift you up with your wings, with your flames. Allow them to lift you up higher than you can even imagine. Open your eye, open yourself up to receive the high frequencies pouring through, and allowing the dragons to help you embody these higher frequencies in your physical body. There's a reason why it's the fourth dimensional dragons that came through. So allow the dragons to show you and teach you how to embody high frequencies in your physical body rather than trying to escape it. See yourself receiving the high frequencies pouring through, coming through. See your transformation unfold. Receive it, surrender into it, flow with it. Thank you. We're going to ask the dragons to continue, and the seraphims that came through, they are the holiest, the highest of dragons, and they're here for a reason. So I want you to open up for their magic. Like what they're bringing in is going to be unfolding throughout the week, and the dragons will continue to work with you throughout the week. So throughout the week, make sure you open up to receive your guidance, your teachings, your blessings, whatever it is that they're trying to bring through you or help you open up to see. Go ahead and open up and surrender to this ascension, to this transformation, to this embodiment. Thank you, thank you, thank you, divine beings of light. Thank you, higher self, divine. Thank you, angels and archangels. Thank you, dragons, for coming in this week to guide us through this powerful times we're in, so that we can emerge from the cocoon fully transformed and in alignment with our truth and our soul paths. Thank you for blessing us and walking with us, and especially in the times that when we are afraid, when we feel heavy, when we are still suffering from grief, anxiety, stress, depression. We thank you for coming in and really meeting us there and helping us up from there. Thank you for your love, for your blessings. So be it, and so it is. Taking a deep breath in and out, and when you're ready, open your eyes. Thank you so much again for receiving this week's energy forecast and the messages that came through. And I invite you to visit this energy forecast also on Wednesday, and just kind of listen to it again to kind of boost this up. Make sure that you work with your dragons throughout the week. This is powerful magic coming through, powerful healing, powerful transformation, powerful releasing. So take advantage of it. It is coming in just for you. Take advantage of it. Thank you so much again. And don't forget to press the subscribe button on my channel if this is your first time visiting the channel. And also the bell next to it, so that every time I post something, you will get a notification. You'll be one of the first ones to know. Until next time, blessings to you.